Hello and welcome to the last What's in the Warehouse for the year of 2025. I can't believe it. This year just flew by. I don't know. I feel like we just started and here we are. We're getting ready for Black Friday for Patreon members. Check your email, check Patreon. If you're a paid member, tomorrow you get pre-Black Friday access, which is actually super valuable this year because we are low stock on quite a few popular items. So you get the first choice. You will also get 3 free gifts this year. The free gifts are awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I snagged one for myself because they were so awesome. So if you're a Patreon, you get to get early access tomorrow. Then hopefully nobody's shopping on Thanksgiving and we're all just enjoying time with our family and eating yummy food. And then Friday, Black Friday, the deal is live for everybody. So make sure to check social media, check your emails. You'll get a discount for both drjudymorgan.com, which is where all of our physical products are and all the products that we're going to talk about today. And then on drjudyu.com, which is our course platform. We have over 40 courses at this point from a variety of experts. There will be a huge discount on courses. And the awesome thing about them is that they're evergreen, which means you can save money now and purchase it. And then if you want to come back to it a few months from now to watch the course and do all the learning, you can do so. But this is our biggest sale of the year for courses and for products. So if there's anything you need from either the warehouse side of things or the digital goods course side of things, I highly suggest that you use this chance to stock up. I've got myself I'm doing all of my Christmas shopping this week too. So I'm going to be running the Naturally Healthy Pets business side of things. But on a personal note, I am using this time to stock up on all my Christmas presents at a discount. So hopefully everybody else gets to enjoy the holiday and save a little money. Who doesn't like saving money in this economy? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we've got quite a few new products, and all of these are available at drjudymorgan.com. You can go ahead and check the full product listing if there's information that I miss, or if you just want to dig into it a little bit more. We highly encourage that you do a little research before you purchase anything to make sure it's a good fit for your pet. I'm going to give you some suggestions, but then always make sure that it makes sense for you. And then, like I said, our big deal for everybody will start Friday morning, 12:01. If you are a night owl, you can get shopping super early. And a lot of our stuff, unfortunately, is low stock. That's popular just because of various transportation issues, or they're out of stock at the supplier. So highly suggest getting your order in early so that way you can take advantage of what we have in the warehouse. Today, we're going to talk about a few exciting things that were by popular request. So hopefully some people watching are like, hey, I really wanted that product. Thanks for onboarding it. But first, we're going to go into a new book that we have from Dr. Rob Silver called There's a Mushroom for That. Dr. Rob Silver, for those of you that don't know him, he is currently with Real Mushrooms, a company that we love, and we carry all of their high quality organic mushroom products. But before that, he was with RX Vitamins, and he has long been in the industry as not only a veterinarian, but a product formulator. He's a super smart guy. He does tons of research. And he was one of the first big names that I really got to recognize when I entered into the naturally healthy pet space, because he's brilliant. He's just a really awesome guy. And if you got a chance to meet him at the experience, he's great to talk to. He's awesome. We love Dr. Rob. So you will also notice that on the back of the book is Dr. Judy Morgan, because she wrote a testimonial for this book. She read it. She loved it. She wanted more of it. It says, There's a Mushroom for That is a must read for any pet parent wanting to improve their pet's health span and lifespan. This is for dogs and cats, by the way, and you can apply a lot of this to horses as well. So Dr. Rob is a brilliant healer, but provides explanations that any pet parent can understand and use immediately. Highly recommended. Those are the words of Dr. Judy that are printed on this book. So conditions covered in this book include allergies, skin disease, anxiety, arthritis, digestive health, cancer, epilepsy, and optimal wellness. It's all about mushrooms, but he also goes into cannabis as well. He does a lot with that as well. Besides all the stuff with mushrooms, specifically if you have a pet that is impacted by cancer. I know that's a really hot topic, and it's hard for us to really talk about it because the powers that be don't really like it when you talk about natural healing therapies for cancer. But this book has all sorts of really helpful information about it. It is over 400 pages, yes, to give you an idea. Well, some of these are references. So yeah, it's about 400 pages of just high quality content, and it's written for the average pet parent. So Dr. Rob, he's a super smart guy, researcher, veterinarian, very sciencey, but he breaks it down into common layman language for this book. So it's meant for all of us to be able to read and understand. It's very comprehensive, but at the same time, it's not super technical to the point where you're just like, I don't even understand what he's saying. It is meant for us. It is meant for like the average person to be able to read it and take something from it that they could apply to their individual pet. And like I said, it applies to cats, dogs, equines, quite a variety of creatures. So if you're like us and you have a whole menagerie, there's things in here that you can apply to all of them. So kind of like some of the other books that we have in the warehouse, this is just one of those resources that's great to have on your bookshelf. You never know when you're going to need to use it, and you can always pick it up and learn lots of things from Dr. Rob himself. This has already been restocked once. It's been very popular. We haven't even talked about it yet, and the reviews are really, really positive on this book. People seem to find it very helpful, easy to read, and just a great resource. Okay, so all of that to say, There's a Mushroom for That by Dr. Rob Silver is now available at naturallyhealthypets.com, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's a really great book. Next, from our friends at Adored Beast Apothecary, this is not a new product. They've had this product for a long time. We just haven't onboarded it for one reason or another. But this was requested. People wanted to be able to purchase this. It's your go-to. And for those of you that are familiar with something like Rescue Remedy, it basically is your go-to in time of trouble. If you have a pet that encounters something, spur of the moment, acute, it just happens and you need some help, this is a great little homeopathic spray, a remedy that you can have on hand. Again, this is also for cats and dogs. So either one, this is helpful. It's your first response for support in all sorts of different situations. It is arnica and aconite are the two homeopathic ingredients, and it's a spray top. You can just put 2 pumps into the mouth, and you can do it multiple times. So, if they're going through something and you need to get to the veterinarian, you can do this while you're on the way. It looks like you can give it every 30 minutes, 2 more times, and then you can do it every 2 hours. So if you're in a long commute, a stressful situation, or you just want to get something in before you pop them in the car and get to your vet or whatever the case may be, this is your go-to. It's great to have in your natural first aid kit. It's one of those things you kind of just want to have on your shelf just in case, and not wait until you're in that situation. You're like, oh man, I wish I had that on hand. So this is, again, not a new product, but it's new to us. We have not had it on the website. I think we have every single Adored Beast product now. Somebody should fact check me on that, but I think we do on the website. I think this was the only one missing for some reason. So here we go. We got the whole Adored Beast Apothecary line, and I'm sure Julianne Lee is not stopping anytime soon. She'll probably have more sooner rather than later. I'm sure her brain never stops. So this is your go-to. Just what you grab in times of trouble for cats and dogs. Great to have in your first aid kit. Great to have on hand. Lisa says it's great for horses also. So I've never tried to use it on a horse, but homeopathics are wonderful because you can use it kind of on all species. And I love having those things on hand. Great for like herbal and homeopathic things really can be used. I mean, double check depending on what you're using, but in most cases you can use them for a variety of species. And we have so many species, so many species. So I love having those things on hand because, it's like, oh, the goat needs something. Here we go. I can grab it off the shelf. Oh, the horse needs something. Oh, I can go grab it off the shelf. So I love homeopathics and herbals specifically for that reason, because you can use them for so many different species. So that's awesome. Next up, this one was actually requested specifically by somebody that shops at naturallyhealthypets.com. And they were like, I get all of my stuff from naturallyhealthypets.com except for this one thing you're missing. Could you please onboard it so that way I can add it to my cart and just shop all in one place? And so we listened. So this is from our friends at inClover. We have quite a few inClover products on the website. We like them. They're very researchy, sciencey, but they do a lot of due diligence before they formulate a product, and there's a reason for every single ingredient. So we really appreciate that about them. This is their skin and coat product, and this customer specifically said that they like keeping their dog on this product because it helps their coat be nice and shiny shiny and smooth. There's no dandruff. Their coat stays very moisturized. And again, some of that can be topical, like if you're using a conditioner, for example, or a high quality shampoo that's not stripping out the oils. But a lot of the skin health comes from the inside. So this is a supplement, a great example, that you add to their food to help improve their skin and coat health. It can be used for cats or dogs, so both. And so the ingredients are coconut, sweet potato, dried marine microalgae, fish oil, carrot, biotin, turmeric root extract, anise, and zinc proteinate. And zinc is very wonderful for the skin. A lot of those other things are going to be very hydrating, moisturizing, and help from the inside out have a healthy skin and coat, help that glow, the moisture, the quality of the coat and the skin. Especially, I know for our folks that have really fluffy dogs, like all of you that love golden retrievers, a lot of them are into, high omega-3 diets and some type of skin and coat help because they are floofy, and it helps quite a bit, especially if they're shedding too. It can usually help with preventing excess shedding, essentially. Okay, so this is from inClover Skin and Coat. I hope the person that recommended that we get it sees that it's on our website now. We listened and we onboarded it, not just for you, but we listened to your suggestion and appreciate any suggestion. We do listen. If you send us an email and you say, hey, I really like these products, they're not on your website, could you look into them and see if you can add them? We do at some point. I can't say it's going to be right away, but we do look into it and see if we can add it, see if it fits the bill of what we're looking for. Last but not least, we've got, I don't know, I didn't count, but probably like 20 more products, but they're all from Animal Essentials. And Animal Essentials is a really high quality brand. They're all NASC certified. A lot of them are organic, very thoughtfully sourced ingredients, well manufactured, ethically sourced, and they're not super expensive. They're very cost effective. And we know that living in America right now is very expensive for everybody. Nobody's immune to it. So we appreciate having some options that aren't quite as expensive and just give people more variety, more options. So most of these are going to be herbal products, but some of them are a little bit different. So let's get into it. The first one, I went in alphabetical order, so they're not in any particular order, but the first one from Animal Essentials is their Alfalfa Herbal Tonic. And so a lot of the tonics that we onboarded from Animal Essentials are the single herb tonics. We have a lot of products in the warehouse for like joint health or gut health, these different categories that have quite a few added ingredients to make a very well-rounded supplement, which is great. But sometimes it makes it tricky for pets that are very sensitive, or if you're looking for just something very simple, like you just want to add one thing at a time. It's nice to have these single herb tonics because you're literally adding just one thing. The only thing in it is alfalfa. That's it. And alfalfa is commonly used for supporting healthy digestion and appetite. It also is good joint and hip support. So especially for pets that have daily exercise, I would say for our seniors especially, this could be helpful. If their digestion and their mobility is slowing down, alfalfa can be very helpful. It's for dogs and cats as well. And you just administer by the dropper. So they're in little glass bottles. You can add it to food. It's very simple and easy. Again, some of these things are made into multi-herb blends. So alfalfa will be part of a hip support product, but we did not have just the single herb tonic. And I feel like there's definitely quite a demand and a time and a place for just the single herb tonics. So we will see how it does. We might onboard some of the other things that have multiple things all in one. But I really like this, especially because we've got lots of sensitive pets that really just need to have one thing added at a time, or you may just be going for something very targeted. And so you want just the single herb tonic. So this is alfalfa from Animal Essentials. Next is their astragalus herbal tonic. And bad news on the astragalus is that it is sold out at Animal Essentials. So we have a small number, but for Black Friday, if you want astragalus, I would add that to your cart first because we only have a small number on hand. And once it's sold out, we are not going to be able to restock it for at least the next few weeks. I don't know exactly. I'll have to ask Jackson. Jackson's the one in charge now, but I know that this is definitely sold out from the manufacturer for Black Friday. So if you want the astragalus, I would add that to your cart first. Specifically, this helps support immune and kidney function. Great for our kidney cats and dogs. Urinary and bladder as well. And again, this is just a single herb tonic. It's a liquid by the dropper. You can add to food. Very simple, easy, and effective to use. Astragalus is in some other things, again, that are like combination products, but I think it's really beneficial and powerful to have them just as their singletons. So this is astragalus, and if you want it, you should get it before it sells out. It's my insider tip to whoever's listening to me. Okay, next, this is actually branded as Veterinarian's Apothecary, but we get it from Animal Essentials as well, is their B complex. And this is just an essential blend of B vitamins. B vitamins, very important. We found out that our chickens actually were low in B vitamins. And so I think I also was low in B vitamins from some other discoveries I've been going down, but very important for energy, nervous system function, vitality. You can use it during times of stress or recovery. We use it a lot for our senior pets as well. This is for cats and dogs. But B vitamins, very important. And you feel like crud without B vitamins. With our chickens, they looked like crud without B vitamins. So we started boosting them with just like a powdered supplement that they can choose whenever they want, but this is in liquid form. We have another option for B vitamins, but this is a cleaner product, I would say. So this would be my number one choice as far as what we have for B vitamins. If you need that, you want it, or you have a senior pet that may be slowing down, struggling, oftentimes this is something that we add a lot with gut issues too. Gut issues, a lot of times they need support with their B vitamins. So this is B5, B3, B1, B2, B6, B12, and folic acid. All the B's. Oh, Caroline says it's also important for liver detox. Thank you, Caroline. Yes, that's true. Okay, next from Animal Essentials, we have Colon Rescue. And this actually is a small blend. We did onboard a few blends. I wasn't completely anti-blend. I just really like the single herb tonic. So this is a blend of slippery elm bark, licorice root, plantain, and marshmallow root. Again, we have quite a few products in the warehouse that have some of those ingredients, especially the slippery elm, the licorice, the marshmallow, plantain. I'm not sure if we have anything with plantain off the top of my head. All of those are very helpful for gut health. This can also be helpful for the occasional loose stool, helps maintain just the intestinal tract health. But this is in a liquid form. I don't know that we have a good liquid of any of those options. I think the vast majority are powder. So that's another good benefit of this. It's going to be a little bit more potent and concentrated since it is an extract, and it's a very clean product. So this can be used for cats or dogs. It's called Colon Rescue, and it's great to have on hand too. A lot of people will keep something with slippery elm or marshmallow root in it just on their shelf, just in case their pet gets into something and has some loose stools. Next, similar but different, is another blend. See, I told you I wasn't completely anti-blend. This is called Daily Digestion. This is another herbal tonic blend that just helps maintain the gut health, also for occasional gastric distress, and also helps with fresh breath. So their formulation, this is a little bit different. This is peppermint, ginger root, fennel seed, and chamomile. So very soothing and helpful for digestion. We love ginger. That's in a few other things we carry. The chamomile, I'm not sure if we have anything with chamomile off the top of my head. I think one of the old Dog's First products had some in it, but I don't know if the new one does. And we love peppermint and fennel as well. So this can be helpful for gastric distress and fresh breath for dogs and cats. It's called their Daily Digestion. Next, make sure I don't skip. Okay, back to our single herb tonics. We have dandelion. I think I think I just saw not too long ago a video of Rita Hogan kissing a dandelion, if I recall. We love dandelion. It was villainized. I don't know why they came after the dandelions, but we love dandelion. It's wonderful for liver function. We also use it commonly with our heart and kidney pets as well. Helpful for digestion as well. This can be used for cats and dogs. We do have quite a few other products that have dandelion in them, but this is just a single herb tonic and it's liquid, so it's a little bit different from the other things that we offer. And we love dandelion. It's very popular. I think off the top of my head, this one already has sold quite a bit and we haven't even talked about it yet. So we love dandelions. I know Rita Hogan loves dandelions. I saw a video of it, but here it is in a tincture for anybody that would like some. Next, I was really excited about this one. This is called Eye Defense. And so obviously it supports and maintains ocular health for cats and dogs. I was really excited about this because a popular eye health product that we have named OcuGlow, they're basically changing it and they're adding in other things that make it no longer Dr. Judy approved. So we have a small amount of OcuGlow available, but it's not going to be available because we don't like the added ingredients that are going to be added into the newer versions, unfortunately. So we don't have a ton of eye health products. And so this, I feel like, was really helpful and fills kind of an area that we were lacking in the warehouse. So I was really excited about this. The blend is calendula, bilberry fruit. That's it. Calendula flowers and bilberry fruit. So it's nice and simple, supporting eye health. And this can be something that, like, if you have a breed that has some type of genetic predisposition, this might be something to start them on preemptively. And obviously, if there is like some reason why you believe your cat or dog needs specifically eye health support, this is a great option. And we don't have a ton of those on our website. So yay, Animal Essentials. Next, this one's super popular, and I knew it would be. It's garlic. We love garlic. We talk about garlic all the time. It's not toxic. It's wonderful. I am not Italian at all, but I cook like one, and I just stuff like 5 cloves of garlic in there because I love it. I love the taste. I love the properties. I just love garlic. So this is a wonderful antioxidant, supports healthy liver and immune, and we also know it helps just bolster the immune system, and it helps with pests like fleas and ticks. So we use garlic quite a bit, and now it is in an herbal tonic. It also can help, like I said, immune support, digestion, and gut. It's a great antioxidant. It's not toxic, just needs to be used responsibly. This can be used for dogs and cats because even the crew that's like dogs can have garlic sometimes say cats can't have garlic, but dogs and cats can have garlic. It just needs to be the proper administration and high quality garlic. So very excited about this, just having a simple garlic tincture tonic, and it's already been very popular. We knew it would. Our group knows that garlic is not toxic. Yay, yes. And this great antioxidant protection. Next, I hope I'm going in the right. Yes. Okay. Next is ginkgo. Ginkgo, we love ginkgo. And ginkgo is really known for supporting cognition, but it also is great for supporting circulation, circulatory health. So cardiovascular function, circulation, and cognition is typically when we will use ginkgo. A lot of times for our senior pets, very commonly, we will recommend this. It's just really potent and powerful. And it's a wonderful thing, especially if they're having like sleep disturbances, stuff like that. It can really be helpful to add something like this into your regime. And again, this is just a single herb tonic. So it's just the ginkgo leaf, ginkgo biloba, and it can be used for cats or dogs. Ginkgo. Next, for our kitty cats, it's also, you can use this for dogs. It is called Hairball Relief. So it's helpful for maintaining healthy gut function, specifically in the motility of the gut, so that way hairballs don't get stuck. Obviously, especially cats and dogs too, like there's natural grooming, so they do ingest hair, and that's totally fine. It's the problem is when it gets stuck. So this is really helping the motility and helping also the immune function within the gut, but really helping to prevent and move through any hair that may be ingested. The ingredients are very simple. It's just marshmallow root. So again, I would not double this up with the other one that had marshmallow root. I believe it was a colon rescue. But if you're just looking for marshmallow root, and there's a bunch of other uses for marshmallow root, you can use this. It's labeled for cats and dogs. It's called hairball relief. Marshmallow root. Next is called Healthy Gums. And so this is for gum and mouth health. I think for those specifically that need support more for the gums than the structure of the teeth, this would be what I would recommend. It comes in this cute little bottle, but they do recommend that you don't directly apply with the tip of the bottle just to prevent contamination. So if you use like a little Q-tip or something, you can drop on and then apply to the gums. That is how they recommend using it instead of just using the bottle into the mouth directly. It has organic fennel seed, chamomile, thyme, golden seal root, myrrh gum, all really wonderful, all very soothing. And you can use this every day. You can use it for cats and for dogs. You can use it in addition to some other things. So if you want to, for example, like if you're a good toothbrusher, use like the probiotic DIY toothpaste. That would be a great thing to do. And you can maybe apply this at a different time. So like you brush their teeth in the morning and then maybe in the evening you want to apply this or something like that. It would be very complementary. They would work well together. I wouldn't do them at the same time, but I think they would be very complementary in your oral health routine. If you're a pet parent that's just getting started, you're not up to toothbrushing, you want something easier, this would be a really easy solution because you're just putting it on a Q-tip or something and rubbing it on the gums. It's very easy. It's not very time labor intensive, and there's not a strong taste to it. So especially for our kitty cats, this could be a really wonderful place to start. So it doesn't have a strong flavor where they get all freaked out and they run away. It's not going to be, we don't want it to be a negative experience. We want it to be a positive experience of just getting something in the mouth. So that way they don't develop any type of issues down the line. Next are their herbal wipes. We do have another kind of wipe in the warehouse, the Manuka honey wipes from Woof. They're very popular, so I knew that these wipes would also be very popular. And they can be used kind of for anything. They're individually wrapped little towelettes. There's 15 of them in the box. They're great just to keep on hand. I know for a lot of our dogs, especially if you're walking them in an area that maybe is spraying, or you're walking on the sidewalk or the street where there's just people germs or allergens, anything like that. It's great if you just want to come back from your walk and wipe off their paws, for example. This is wonderful. You can use it kind of on all parts of their body, whether it's for cleanliness or removing allergens, or pollutants, anything of the sorts. So these herbal wipes are just great to keep on hand, and the wipes are pretty popular. So I think these will be too. The wipes contain whole leaf aloe vera juice, witch hazel, golden seal, calendula, and olive leaf extract, 100% human grade ingredients. So all of those are very soothing, cleansing, helpful for if there's any type of inflammatory response. Really great little wipes. So these are pretty popular so far. All right, next. We're almost there. Next, we have licorice. I actually just took this home for my own dog because she needed some liver support. She's a wood personality. Wood personalities need liver support. She was so mean to my other dog the other day for no reason. I was like, girl, you need your liver taken care of, honey. So I took some licorice home for her and a few other things. But it supports healthy liver, gut, and immune system. It can be really helpful for like detoxifying, draining, that kind of thing. So that's why I specifically use this for my angry granny. She's old. She gets grumpy sometimes. And so I support the liver in times of need. This can be used for cats or dogs, and it's pretty palatable, but you can add it to food, and it's just licorice root. There's no other active ingredients. Again, I grabbed this for my own dog, my own grumpy granny. Next, we have nettle. We love nettle, and we don't have that many products with nettle. I think we have a few allergy support products. I think maybe the Just Greens by Green Juju and maybe the Allergy by Fido's potentially have nettle, but we don't have a ton of things with nettle in it, and it's so wonderful. Specifically, people are using a lot of this in times of seasonal allergies is a big thing, but it also can support respiratory health, and it's just rich in antioxidants. So it's really soothing and wonderful. We love nettle. We didn't have enough products with nettle in them. And so this is just, again, the single herb tonic. You can add, just look at the ingredients, make sure you're not doubling up on things. But this can be used for a lot of other, if you have a seasonal allergy pet, you're ramping up usually in like the spring and fall when the seasons are changing. You could add this ahead of time to help give them some extra support. We love nettle. It's for cats and dogs, and you can use it in single tonic form. Next, we have olive leaf, which we just saw was in the wipes, but this is ingestible version. This is a single herb tonic again. And this promotes the body's innate resistance to pathogens. Very, very important, especially in times of stress or if they're around a lot of other animals, they're traveling like we are for the holidays. We love olive leaf. And it can also be beneficial for digestion and immune support. And it's for dogs and cats. So this can be used for pets of all ages. We love olive leaf. And this was something very unique. I don't even know if we have a single product with olive leaf in it off the top of my head that I can think of. But we have over 500 products in the warehouse. So somebody could fact check me on that. But this is a more novel ingredient that we don't see as much. And I think it's really potent and powerful. So we wanted to add that tonic as well. Next, we're going to switch away from the tonics briefly. And I hope everybody is as excited as we are to have these in stock. We have Sea Cal, which is a sea-based calcium supplement. Specifically, we have been out of stock of the other calcium that we highly recommend, which is the eggshell calcium. And it's not coming back in stock until the end of the year. At the earliest. So especially if you're making homemade diets, they very commonly need some type of calcium source added. It's really important for all pets, especially if you're doing anything with puppies and kittens when they're growing, they need more calcium. But we didn't have a great calcium source. So Caroline said, Animal Essentials has calcium. So we wanted to onboard it. And we'll also get in the eggshell calcium again. So you can just choose if you want the eggshell base or the seaweed based, but this is basically just dehydrated seaweed meal that's high in calcium. Supports obviously strong bones and healthy joints. We use it very often in our homemade recipes. There's a recipe coming out soon in a few weeks. We're gonna give our email list a free recipe. It's just a fun little gift, and it uses the seaweed calcium as a calcium source in it. So we're very excited to have some calcium because we've gotten so many emails of people being like, how are you out of calcium, eggshell calcium? I'm like, yeah, it's unfortunate when that happens, but it happens sometimes. The next one, this is another thing that went out of stock and people were really sad about, but we got it in a different form. So this is called Sea Vital, but it's kelp. It's organic kelp. And as you have seen, we unfortunately can't get the Dog's First products imported into the US. He's been having tons of trouble with shipping logistics internationally. So he has paused his US shipping for now, which is very sad. But we have another organic kelp product. It's called Sea Vital by Animal Essentials. We use this again also in a lot of our homemade diets. You can add it to other commercial diets in moderation as well. It's a wonderful source of trace minerals. So especially like iodine, things like that are hard to get from other places, but it also has 17 different amino acids, B12, vitamin C. It's a whole food supplement that's easy to digest for cats and for dogs. So this is 100% certified organic. Oh, Caroline corrected me that Sea Cal is made from algae, not kelp, so it's not high in iodine. Yes, that's the calcium source that we were talking about. This one, Sea Cal. Sea Vital is organic kelp. So both of those are available, and unfortunately, our sources for the calcium and the kelp are out of stock or unable to ship to us. So we have an alternative, and that's one of the reasons why we like to have a lot of other things that are similar or in the same category of each other. So that way, if there's one thing that works for your animal that's slightly different, or if it's a very similar thing, it's just sourced from different places and we can get one and one goes out of stock, just gives us a little bit more flexibility and make sure that your pets are taken care of. Okay. We're going to finish up. We've got 3 more tonics from Animal Essentials. This one I think is one of the most popular ones. It's called Seasonal Allergy, and it's to maintain normal histamine levels. It helps with the allergy response, allergen response, skin and coat health, and helps maintain normal histamine levels. So this is a blend. The blend is nettle leaf. Remember we were talking about nettle leaf. So if you just want nettle, use that separately. This has it in it. Licorice, again, we were talking about licorice, burdock root, and eyebright herb. So this is a blend. If you wanted to use licorice or nettle on its own with other things or just on their own, that's totally fine. I would not double it up with their seasonal allergy product. So just make a choice there, whichever one you want. But this one is another blend that has 4 different herbs included. And it can be used with a lot of the other allergy support supplements we have in the warehouse, but just read the ingredients because there might be some overlap. We don't recommend overlapping them unless you're very conscious of the amount of each ingredient that is in them and do some math. Otherwise, we don't recommend layering up the same ingredient because you can get too much of a good thing. So this is an herbal blend. It could be complementary to some of the other allergy support things that we have in the warehouse. Just double check the ingredients. And it has the nettle and the licorice root in it that we already talked about. This is for cats and dogs. I appreciate that they put a Frenchie on here. I wonder if they did that on purpose or it was just because the Frenchies are cute, but every Frenchie has seasonal allergies, I believe. I think it's a requirement. Okay. Now we have another herbal tonic blend called Tranquil Times. And this especially is helpful with New Year's Eve coming up because I don't know about you, but my pets are not a fan of fireworks. They really are not. They get super stressed out. I have 2 gigantic dogs and a cat literally all trying to like cuddle on top of my head and they're whining and they get stressed out. So, especially this time of year, this can be really helpful. And just with all of our families coming together during the holidays, that's kind of abnormal for them. It can be kind of stressful to have a bunch of people, if there's children or whatever else. So this is helpful for stress response and a sense of calm. It promotes a calming effect. The ingredients are valerian, which valerian's in quite a few calming related products. Skullcap, again, very calming. Passion flower herb and oat flowering tops. I don't think we have anything in it with passion flower and the oat flowering tops in it. Those are unique to this product. I don't think we have anything else with that. This can be used anytime in times of stress, but specifically with the holidays coming up, I think this will be popular. Okay. Last but not least, we have yucca, and this helps maintain joint mobility. It also supports digestion. And so I believe they have a joint health blend that we did not onboard. We might one day that has this in it. But I'm just really into the single herb tonics right now. It's the thing. So it helps with bone and joint support as well as digestion and gut support for dogs and for cats. It can be added to their food. I don't think we have anything in the warehouse I can think of that has this ingredient in it off the top of my head. So you could layer this on, double check the ingredients, but I think with most of the joint support things that we have, I think you could layer this on and it comes in a liquid, which is nice. I don't know that we have very many options that are liquid. So this will be helpful for a lot of people that prefer those as well. Okay, we made it. Holy cow. That was a lot. But we wanted to squeeze in all of the new products that we could before Black Friday because we wanted you to be able to apply the savings to these products as well. So if you go on the website, naturallyhealthypets.com, also drjudymorgan.com, check out all the products. We have over 500 at this point. And make sure you are perusing before the Black Friday deals drop. Feel free to add things to your cart and then check your email and our social media. We will post the code Wednesday, tomorrow. Oh my gosh, tomorrow for paid Patreon members, you will get to shop early. And then Friday morning, Black Friday through Giving Tuesday, which is the 2nd of December. you can go ahead and use those discounts and get the savings. Yay. How do we compare tranquil times to mellow out, in my opinion? Yeah, they're just different. So it's like flower essences versus something that's herbal. So they're different, and you could layer them on top of each other actually. And it's kind of just depends on what works for your pet. I think the flower essences are more, how should I say this? They're more kind of like trial and error. Like I think they work really well for some pets, and for other pets, you might not notice much of a difference. Versus herbs, I think are pretty standard across the board. Herbs, we know they're effective. We know that they're wonderful. So I have a preference towards herbal based products, and again, I use them for cats, dogs, horses, goats, chickens, people. I use herbs for all sorts of things. So I'm a big herb gal. So I think I might reach for tranquil times first, I think. But if you've used mellow out and other flower essences in the past and it works really well for your pet, like Forrest, Dr. Judy, my mom's dog, he always bites my ankles when I'm leaving. And he told the animal communicator that he wasn't going to stop, but he will. She was giving him mellow out for a while and it did help. It did help. But so yeah, I think that just depends on your pet and what works well for them. But herbs, can't say that 100% of the time the pets will respond the same way, but I think they're pretty standard across the board for most of the pets that I have experience with. Okay. Whew, that was a lot, but yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And our whole team will be in the warehouse all weekend, packing up orders and making sure everybody gets their goodies on time. So we won't see you in what's in the warehouse for the rest of the year, but we'll be here. We'll see you.